Well, hello, hello. I am here and I'm going to make these blackberry hand pies. So here's what I have for ingredients. I've got canned blackberries. I live in an area that has so many blackberry bushes, but I'm using canned blackberries. Okay, and then I'm using the store brand of the prepared pie crust. Looks like this. You just cut off the end, shake it out, and you've got a pie crust. I typically like the, is it Pillsbury brand, the national brand of these? But I bet you when I got this, they said, oh, we're all out. And I said, okay, go ahead and sub it. I'm betting that's how that happened. So pie crust, the pie filling, and then I'm going to roll it out, not roll it out, but unroll it. And I'm going to use this, it's kind of a large size cookie cutter. And I actually saved this from the Play-Doh box from my granddaughter. So I'm gonna, pop holes, and then I'm gonna take the scrap and put it over here. Maybe I'll make little leaves out of it or something, I don't know. Then I'm gonna put some pie filling in, fold it in half. I've got a little bit of egg wash here. I just use egg whites, beaten so that you if you beat them real well, you break up the proteins in this, and it spreads with a brush onto the crust and makes for a shiny crust. Okay, when that's done, I'm going to, put it up, fold it up, put a shine on it. I'm gonna put some of this around the edge so that it'll stay shut, and then I'll tamp it down with a fork. And I've got the fork in another little bowl just with some all-purpose flour, because it gets sticky, after a while it starts to get a little moisture on it from the pie crust, and you can put it in here and fix it right up. Try to have everything ready. I've even got some of this. I may or may not, I may do half. I'll sprinkle half with this. It's super fine sugar. And maybe sprinkle the other half with super fine sugar and ground Saigon cinnamon. So kind of an autumn-y kind of dessert, I think. And I could make a whole pie a lot easier than this, but when I do that, what happens is one boy might have one slice, and that pie will sit there and mock me until I eat it. And I don't need it. So my deal here is I'm going to make these little ones because I know if they can grab and go, they'll do it. So I'm going to get on with that. Okay, so the first crust is done. I've got this size of little roundies and this much left over. So I'm going to put this aside and get on with the next one. In fact, I'm going to get another cookie sheet so I can continue to work on this work source here. I've got the other ones over there on another piece of parchment, and apparently I got 7 circles, so I'll have 14 individual little hand pies, I hope. Now, just hoping it works out, It may or may not. I really do I can tell the difference in the way it looks, this off-brand, this Great Value crust. I can tell the difference in the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it lays down and takes a cookie cutter from the other better national brand of pie. Hey, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm so sorry. My name is Kendra, and this is my channel. And I hope that if you like what you see, you'll consider giving me a thumbs up. Make a comment. I love to chat. If you see even more as you look at my videos and you think you might like to stick around, I would love people to sub. Who doesn't, I'm working on trying to get higher numbers, and everybody wants to do that too if they have a channel. I've met some really sweet people along the way here, people that I consider friends. And here's another thing. I did a grocery haul, and I think I put it up this morning. So what happened was I needed lime jello and orange jello for this recipe I was going to do. I already had red, and I wanted to make some fall colors with this jello. Well, did my grocery haul. It was delivered. I filmed it. I went through my groceries and I said, and this is this and this is that. And so one of my subscribers, and I subscribe to their channel as well, the Logan family, Life with the Logans. Oh, darn it. I'm going to put their actual channel name down below in the description so that I get it right. Because thank goodness he told me. I would never have known until the day I went to make it, and I was very busy and had no orange Jell-O. He goes, oh, yum, I've never heard of peach Jell-O. And I thought, oh, silly man. It's not peach, it's orange. And I went on about my day. So then I thought, you know, I better look. Guess what it is? Peach Jell-O. I don't care for it, peach Jell-O, at all. I don't care for most Jell-O. I was using it for a recipe, but I don't have a recipe for it, so I'll have to look and see what I can do with it. Anywho, this one isn't spreading out as far. Try to, let's see, we're going to cheat a little bit and try to pull this. Okay. We did it. Woohoo! Okay. There we go. We got 7 again. So 14 individual little pies. And I'm going to do the next step and show you. Okay, I'm back and I'm going to try my first one. So, first thing I'm going to do is lay down a very little bit of this blackberry because, you know what? I'm going to pour this in a plate because it looks to me like it's more gel than it is fruit. And it even says on here 10% more fruit. I don't know if that works out to what, but let me dump this out first. Okay, I dumped it out, and it is really, seriously, just mostly gelatin kind of looking stuff. I've never used canned, and I'm sure if I was going to do a big pie, it wouldn't be any big deal, but I'm not sure if it's going to work for this, but I'm going to try. Get ready for this. I'm trying to turn you off for a minute. All right, I don't know if you can see very well, but here it is. I just put like a tablespoon maybe, and it's spreading out. So I've got to tamp it down with a little bit of egg wash. Excuse my fingers. I'm just going to do it with fingers. Okay. Now I'm going to try to tamp it down. And I got a pile of napkins here that I had at the ready. Oh, it's already getting out on this end. Dagnabbit. Well, it is what it is. You know what? Even if it's not pretty, it's going to be delicious. There's one. It's sneaking out already. It hasn't even been cooked yet. I wonder if I should stick them in the freezer first to get them cold, you know, and then I'm afraid they'll melt because they've been out softening, so I could open them up. We'll see. I don't know yet. Oh, isn't it nice to just explore and see how it works out? There's another one. Okay, just a little bit. Here, I'll put it over here. One of my guys was doing some work yesterday. He works clean outs for property owners and apartment managers and stuff like that. And so yesterday he was doing a big yard cleanup, and he got into a nest of stingies. So he's got some owies on him. I told him I've got some stingies in the bathroom in my medicine first aid kit. He said, what? You know, because he's no baby. He's tougher than that. I'm going to put a different piece of parchment and try to get some of this excess off of it so that it's prettier. I'm also going to put vents just with a sharp knife across the top so that they don't blow because they're boiling on the inside. Oh, this is going to take longer than I thought it was. I'll show you when I get some more done. Okay, now I'm down to my last one, and I got significantly better with each one I did at figuring out how much and how to do it. So I was laying it down. I need to hold it. So hold it in my hand, and there's not a lot of goodness in this, like I said. It's mostly gel. So I've decided that I'll go ahead and do the outside with cinnamon and sugar, so it just doesn't taste like plain old pie dough. You know, there's some sweet to it. So then when I do this part, when I close it, I hold it, and if I see anybody trying to escape, I roll that way. Oh gosh, you can't see it. Well, heck. Sorry. So see, no more problem there. It's probably going to escape anyway, but at least I figured out how to do it in my hand. It went faster that way too. I had more control. And there we go. It's a perfect little moon. I'm going to bring you over here so you can see better. Okay, now I think you can see it. Uh-oh. I think he's getting ready to go. We'll be all right though. So I've got them all in the pan. I used new parchment paper because I trashed the first one. Here's the first roll I made, and it's all kind of leaked. Like I said, they're probably all going to leak while they're cooking, but it is what it is. I wonder how these would be if I used the what do you call it, the air fryer. I bet they're having a discussion over a chew toy. Ugh, those dogs. So I'm putting egg wash on these now, and that's going to make the cinnamon sugar that I put on next stick to everything it touches. Yes, my little girl is telling me, she's down here at my feet. She's told me she wanted to go outside and go potty over and over this morning. Well, she refuses to go out the back door where she's protected from animals that could be out there. She'll only go out in the front yard, which means Mama has to go with her. So what she does is she just tells me she has to go out there so she can go out and sniff the flowers or whatever. She doesn't have to go. She just wants to have some time out there. If you make an egg wash, you probably know this, but I'll tell you anyway, just in case it's your very first time, and maybe you're just younger or just never baked. Don't use the yolky part. You only want the white, because all that'll show up as is a shine. If you put the yolk on there, it'll show up as scrambled eggs on your pies. Ask me how I know. Okay, so here's my cinnamon sugar that I made ahead. And like I said, I want to be liberal on this because there's not going to be a lot of flavor inside. What was I thinking? Well, it was fun to try. And, no, you be quiet, please. I may have to turn the camera off at some point. In fact, I think I will, just for the noise for a minute. Here we go. They've got the cinnamon sugar on them. I keep second guessing myself and thinking, well, it's not enough, but it's going to have to be. Here we go, cinnamon sugared up. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator or freezer, whichever one I can fit it in, for just about 5 or 10 minutes and see if I can set them up so that they don't melt and start to leak. Okay, I gave them 5 minutes in the freezer, and you know what I forgot to do? The vent holes with a sharp knife. So I'm going to do 3 across each one and hope for the best. I may have blackberry fillings shoot out of each hole, but maybe not. I think it was a good idea to put it in the freezer just to firm it up some. You're not supposed to cook frozen pie dough, you know, and expect it to cook, but this is way soft because I've had it out for too long. In it goes. I'm going to cook it 375 until it looks done, because really everything's done but the crust. And I'll show you when it's done. I looked it up. It's Life at the Logans. Thank you for telling me I had peach jello. I'm telling you what, I'd have never figured it out, really, until I was going to use it. And I couldn't go to the store because I didn't have time. Thumbs up. There it is. They're a great channel. It's Mom, Dad, Grandma Connie, and 3 children, sometimes more. I believe it's 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And they do a lot of fun stuff. They do family games. They do reviews on things like breakfast cereal and Little Debbie snacks and ice cream. And they do family games. It's just a fun, uplifting, funny channel. Check them out if you get a chance. Well, they're done. They're done. We have at least one that has some leakage. Let's see if I can show you the bottom real quick on one of them. Oh yeah, they're nice and done. They're perfect. Gonna turn a light on for you. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with some of that sugar. I don't know if this will work. No, it's not looking like it's going to. I was expecting it to stick better than it is. Well, whatever sticks will be fine. I've got plenty here to keep trying. I think as it sets here, it will melt some. Yeah, I can tell that it's stickier after the first application. So this will give it a sweet crunch as well as the, you know, just a crust taste. I'm going to go ahead and stop trying to make better and call her good. When these get done, I'll plate them all together on one plate, but I wanted them to have room to cool before I did that. So that is my story. If you found anything of value in here, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you've done this before, give me some tips, because I don't know what to do about this Blackberry. It's all right, but before it had 10% more fruit, I can't imagine how much fruit it had in it. They must have had people write in and say, you know, this is just gel. Maybe it all sinks to the bottom and I just didn't get to it all. Anywho, you know what I'd like to do this with too? Peach. Peach would be delicious. And you could take your own fresh peaches and, you know, do them in a cinnamon sugar and make your own gel with them and stuff. And then you could do this. I might do that. This might become a regular. This is that one that did its little bit of a leak there. I'm going to eat that ugly one right there. The others are safe. Do you guys do that if you make something like for a company? I used to go, oh, who's going to eat, you know, those, what are they? They're soft tortilla wraps, and then you put the cream cheese, mayonnaise, whatever filling with, you know, bell peppers chopped up, and you roll them, and they're pinwheels. That's what you call them, pinwheels. I remember taking a class, and the guy teaching the class said, my wife always used to make these pinwheels. They're my favorite. She fed me the ugly ones, and now I do that for my husband too. The ugly ones meaning the ones that you cut off the end, and they're not a perfect pinwheel because they have that end on them that looks a little wonky. Okay, I'm going to quit babbling because I've had you too long here. I hope you have a most wonderful day. I sure do enjoy doing this, and I sure do hope that you'll consider subscribing. Just hit that bell icon, and we'll get to know one another. Mwah. Bye-bye.